Rule 20, the unfinished business of the vote on the motion of the gentlewoman from Texas, Ms. Granger, to suspend the rules and concur in the Senate amendments to H.R. 2872. What's that? The clerk will report the title.
H.R. 2872, an act to amend the Permanent Electronic Duck Stamp Act of 2013 to allow the Secretary of the Interior to issue electronic stamps under such act and for other purposes. Senate amendment.
The question is, will the House suspend the rules and concur in the Senate amendments? Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote. On this vote, the yeas are 314, the nays are 108. Two-thirds being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, and the Senate amendment is agreed to. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
And I think cognitively, I'm better than I was 20 years ago. I don't know why. Barack Hussein Obama. Remember Rush Limbaugh? Well, I just met non-liquid gold. You know where it was? Iowa. It's called corn. I'm not a fisherman. I like fishing. I'm not a fisherman. 293 times 4, divide by 3. They have plenty of tough stuff. It's non-liquid. That's my idea. You have more non-liquid gold. They said, what is that? I said, corn. They said, we love that idea. How did I win the caucus? I just got here. You buy a loaf of bread, you have ID. But we came up with a new couple of words for corn. Giraffe, a tiger, or this, or that, a whale. Which one is the whale? Trying to debank you from your political beliefs, what they do. They want to debank you, and we're going to debank. Think of this. They want to take away your rights. They want to take away your country. The things they're doing, all electric cars.
Can I just advise you for your own health, do not watch this until the end, because at the end we have Chip Roy, who is, you don't want to see it. It's not very good. Self-imploded. Who knows what he's upset about? Rumour has it he would like to be the next speaker. Yep, he's because Mike Johnson, believe it or not, could be out of a role. Could no longer be speaker, could be replaced. The musical chairs, the musical door, it looks like it's about to start revolving again. There is a very simple solution to the Republican Party, or the Trumpy Trumps, because they appear to be the ones that are in charge at the moment. Where is Kevin McCarthy? If they want somebody who's responsible, is there to make sure that policy is discussed, has a mature, responsible attitude, listens, uses these, understands that he's there to represent the people and not rush to do a sound check on cable news, Hakeem Jeffries is there. In case you are a Trumpy Trump and you're thinking, Hakeem Jeffries, tell me more. Okay.
It's now my honor to yield 1 minute to the dynamic, distinguished, and dedicated Democratic leader, Mr. Jeffries from New York.
New York is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And let me thank my distinguished colleague from the great state of Oregon, Representative Bonamici, for her tremendous advocacy and for yielding some time. I rise today in strong opposition to this reckless and regressive Republican effort to undermine women's health care. House Republicans have begun this year the same way that they ended last year, targeting women's reproductive freedom. The distinction between Democrats and extreme MAGA Republicans on the abortion care issue couldn't be any clearer. House Democrats believe in a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decisions. It's a decision that should be between a woman, her family, and her doctors. Not extreme MAGA Republicans trying to intervene and indoctrinate and influence young women on college campuses all across America. We believe in a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decisions. What House Republicans want to do is to criminalize abortion care. House Republicans want to impose a nationwide abortion ban. House Republicans want to undermine reproductive freedom. And that's what the underlying bill that's on the floor right now is all about. Nothing more and nothing less. If the legislation that is under consideration was really about improving the opportunity for the children, the infants, the babies of America to live a healthy life, then extreme MAGA Republicans would join Democrats in our efforts to bring that about. House Democrats are trying to address the challenges around infant mortality in America. Extreme MAGA Republicans refuse to join us. House Republicans could be working to deal with the challenges around child poverty in America, but they refuse to join House Democrats in our efforts to go back to the transformative child tax credit that was part of the 2021 American Rescue Plan. House Democrats are working to deal with the problem of child hunger in America, but extreme MAGA Republicans are trying to cut nutritional assistance for children and families in our great country. So how dare you come to the House floor to lecture America about healthy infants, healthy babies, healthy children, when you're doing everything in your power to do exactly the opposite? The notion that this bill has anything to do with transparency and providing information to young women on college campuses all across America is undermined by the fact that the Democratic amendments that were offered to provide a comprehensive set of information to women were consistently rejected. Extreme MAGA Republicans rejected any effort to make sure that young women on college campuses were provided information about the full range of reproductive health care. Extreme MAGA Republicans rejected the effort to provide the young women of America with information about the dangers of a miscarriage. Extreme MAGA Republicans rejected the efforts by House Democrats to make sure that the young women of America were provided information about contraceptives. Why? Because House Republicans have only one objective: a nationwide abortion ban. And this legislation is part of that effort. And that's why instead of the Congress dealing with issues related to the economy or housing or inflation or public safety or health care, House Republicans have us voting on bills to undermine a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decisions. And so I strongly urge everyone to reject this extreme piece of legislation and join us in trying to uplift women, children, and families in America. And our promise to the country is as follows. House Democrats will stand strongly behind reproductive freedom today. We will stand strongly behind reproductive freedom tomorrow. We will stand strongly behind a woman's freedom to make her own reproductive health care decisions forever until we crush the extreme MAGA Republican effort to criminalize abortion care. I yield back.
Gentlemen.
People are tired of getting a complete lack of representation from their representatives. Nobody in this country looks at Congress and says, wow, heck of a job, guys and gals. Well done. Who would do that? Would we do that? By the way, it does not matter who's sitting in the speaker's seat or who's got the majority. We keep doing the same stupid stuff. Now, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle have no problem with wide open borders endangering the people that I represent. None. And my constituents are the ones left holding the bag, and the people of Texas are the ones left spending $12.5 billion. And my people are the ones who have 6 kids die from fentanyl poisoning in the school district that I represent. Yeah, it's not fun to smirk at that, is it, when we're talking about dead children from fentanyl poisoning because of wide open borders, because of the policies of my Democrat colleagues who refuse to do anything about it. Not a thing. Not a thing do my colleagues do about the wide open borders. And I will continue to speak to my colleagues because...
House will be in order. The gentleman will address his comments to the chair.
Well, Madam Speaker, I am addressing my comments to the chair.
The House will be in order.
I'm addressing the chair on behalf of the people that I represent who are dying in Texas because of Democrats. Directly because of Democrat policies. And they can shake their heads all they want, but the blood of the people in Texas are on their hands. My colleagues flippantly dismiss the fact that people in Texas are dying because of their policies and that the migrants that they pretend to care about are dying because of their policies, and then lie and say that Texas is responsible for migrants who die in the Rio Grande River when their own Department of Justice offers the truth, which is those migrants died in the river and were pulled out by Mexican authorities before Border Patrol was ever contacted. But they have no problem lying to the American people, just like Alejandro Mayorkas lied to the American people about Border Patrol agents whipping Haitian migrants. It is something that happens over and over and over again. But the question for my colleagues on this side of the aisle is, what are we going to do about it? Keep writing them a blank check? Keep saying, here you go, here's more money, Secretary Mayorkas? Leave us exposed, leave people dying, leave children dying from fentanyl, migrants dying in the Rio Grande, so we can go out and campaign on border security? Why don't we do something about it? But here we are again. Catch your flights. Get on out of Washington, D.C. before the snowstorm comes in, but give them all the money in the world they need to do to endanger the people that we represent.